What is going on? Yeah, it is Friday. I see everybody in the chat. Yeah, everybody's in a fantastic mood. Is it because it's payday for some of y'all? And anybody getting paid today? Anybody getting paid this? I ain't getting paid today. They ain't giving me no money. That Ravens be on some bull junk sometimes, man. I don't say it too much because I don't want to mess up the check, but man. Anyway, I'm supposed to get paid next week, so and that means everybody else gotta wait. Child support gotta wait, mortgage gotta wait, everybody gotta wait. I get paid, you get paid. I don't get paid, no child support get paid. Everybody gotta wait. Good morning, everybody. I hope y'all are doing good. It's a good Friday, last Friday of the month, man, and we got a lot of things going on. We got combine things that are occurring. This talks about SEC things, and last time I was trying to do like kind of a mailbagish kind of show last week, and it kind of got cut short. But at this time, it won't get cut short. We are doing good. So let me go ahead and retweet this thing out right quick, and then let's go ahead and get into the show. Because I got a lot. We're going to discover a lot of different topics. Because Friday is more like it's kind of like a kind of chill kind of day. It's just really kind of a chill day for us. Just kind of a fun Friday. I call it Fiesta Friday. For my Latino brothers and sisters, my Latino hermano y hermanas. We call it Fiesta Friday. So, man, it's good to see it. And I see Benji is already in here with a super chat because Benji getting the party started off right. So hold on one second with you. We'll repost this. All right. Benji, just want to come in and say and holler and say, what's up? You just drop a 10 spot on us and say, happy Friday, Anwar. Hook 'em. Happy Friday it is, man. I don't know what y'all got planned. What y'all got? Anybody got anything interesting planned? Date nights? Any date nights going on? I know me, I'm a dad. So all I, me, everything's going to be mostly kids activities. I got soccer tonight. My kids doing some, Austin FC tryout stuff, and then we got soccer on Sunday. My girls got her parents' 50th wedding anniversary. So we got a party that I got to go to on Saturday. So I got a lot of different things that I'm getting into. But so today, like Friday, if you just tune in, like I like Fridays to just be kind of a fun, chill thing, man. We have all of us got long weeks. A lot of everybody's got stressful weeks, right? I know y'all got a lot of things going on in life, and so I just like to make sure we just go in. So Friday, so if you're just checking us out, it's kind of the first time or whatever. Friday's a little bit more of a lighter day. We get into some topics. Of course, there's going to be some football topics that I like to share. But there's going to be some fun stuff as well. So don't take yourself too seriously. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. And let's enjoy ourselves for the next 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how long we go. And yes, Mark Anthony, it's Fiesta Friday. We can go anywhere with that. We can go Mark Anthony, Fiesta. We can go back R. Kelly, Fiesta, Fiesta. Oh, wait, can I do R. Kelly now? I don't know. Maybe that's maybe. All right, let's just let that one go. I'll let y'all figure that out. All right, so one of the things we're going to do is there's going to be some questions and answers. And I encourage you, it's kind of going to be like in a buy or sell format. But if you have buy or sell questions that you've been like, hey, I just want to ask you a question here. Maybe you try to ask me something on a previous show. I was kind of in my zone and I didn't get a chance to see it or something like that. This would be a good chance for you to maybe just pick my brain on some things that I may or may not know. If I do know, I will tell you. If I don't know, I won't BS you though, because that's not cool. Let's get into it. I'm going to get the party started. You want to get the party started in the chats, feel free. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's do buy or sells, number one. And yes, listos verdes. Let's go ahead and get that thing popping, Austin FC. We got to pop it in game one. Let's do it again in game two. Good morning to you, Jared. Everybody in the chat, man. I'm in a good mood. Really good mood. It's Friday. I'm in a really good mood. Let's get this party started, y'all. Buy or sell, number one. I got some good information as relates to this one, too. Buy or sell, number one. You are convinced the SEC will have a 9-game conference schedule. It's interesting. I was talking about this yesterday, right? I was talking about it as relates to the Chris Delcani town hall meeting. And, and he was talking about how he was in favor of a 9 game schedule. And I was like, man, well, that don't make no sense because I like, man, you guys are going to kill, you guys are going to cannibalize yourself, right? Like there's no, this doesn't make any sense. Like, and I pointed out all the other schools that they had just weak schedules and they were still able to make the playoffs. And I'm like, man, this don't make no sense. I look, Alabama had to sit out, Ole Miss had to sit out. Like, why are y'all going to do this thing to you? However, comma, gotta sometimes follow the money. And it's a buy. It's a buy. It is going to be coming. Listen. Maybe there's a reason why I'm not an AD, but I did pull something for y'all that I thought would be really interesting and kind of show you. And where is it? Okay, so there was this USA Today article that was kind of talking about the 9 game schedule. And let me put this up on the screen for you and see if you can see this. And let me just hide this part for you. Hopefully, y'all can see this as well. Now, don't make fun of me if I start butchering butchering some of these things here because I got it getting real close to the screen to kind of read this, and I should have had it up on another screen here. But it talks about the SEC moving to a 9 games and what that allows. And for some reason, there's some damn thing that's on my screen that is not allowing me to see the first sentence. This is some BS right here. But I got to go to the second sentence. But basically, say the Big Ten is really ridiculous. I wish I could show you what's on my screen. Something with this damn app. Y'all can read the first sentence. The second sentence I can see though. It says the Big Ten has been playing 9 conference games since 2016, and the discrepancy between the two conferences has been a postseason qualification argument since. The potential change by the SEC opens the opportunity for the two conferences to build a non-conference scheduling agreement. Basically, saying it without saying it, like the Big Ten and the SEC are trying to power up because they trying to figure out, man, can we just do this damn thing without the NCAA? Like I'm just keeping it real. This is a power move for these two conferences to figure out, like, hey, can we get some sort of scheduling agreement? Can we just have football and not pay these fools? Can we pull this off? Those games in the 9 conference games is the driving factor behind selling more elite games to media rights partners and generating more revenue from it. As always, what I say, you always got to follow the money. It always comes back to the money. Always follow the money. You follow the money, you can figure out just about everything in life. That expansion of games has now bled into the possibility of CFP play-in games during championship weekend and expanding the postseason format to as many as 16 teams. More games, more money. What? Keep telling you, you always got to follow the money with these fools, man. You always got to follow the money. Playing non-conference games and adding a non-conference scheduling agreement also allows the Big Ten and SEC to demand more access from new college football contract, which begins on 2026 or in 2026, excuse me. Translation, automatic qualification, and as many as 4 spots per conference. Yeah. So now going back to that original question, yeah, it's a total buy. It's a total buy. That's exactly what's going to happen at some point. And look, like I said, if it was just based off of question, merit and should you or should you not play that game just because it helps you get in because you don't want to be like some of these, the Indianas of the world, sure. But at the end of the day, they're gonna align. And so it's going to be a buy. And the thing is that the thing about the SEC that I give them credit over these other conferences, the SEC is always ahead. They're always ahead. They're always thinking ahead. They're always one step ahead. And the one thing they also know how to do is they know how to make money. Them fools know how to make money. And so because they know how to make money, it's going to be an absolute buy for me. And by the way, Barb's 10 comes in here, drops another 10 spot. Now we got a 2020. He said, hey, let's get Unc that drink, folks. Just $10 can help Unc get through the weekend. Props to Red G for starting it off. I wish it was as simplistic, by the way, as that 10, like y'all dropped $10 in the chat, and then it went like directly into like a Cash App or a Venmo or something like that. I wish it was that simple, because y'all know I'll be out that store right now. I didn't even bring out, maybe I have to play it. We got to do a shot today because it is Friday. We need to do a shot today. I'll figure it out. But yeah, $10 to get me through this thing, man. Now, a lot going on this weekend. So good stuff, though. Good stuff, though. But a lot of good things. The SEC Matt comes in here. And I remember when he wasn't SEC Matt. I remember when he was Big 12. That's how long Matt and I go back. But he drops 20 spot on here. We at 40. Look at here. Boy, y'all, everybody got paid. I like payday. I like payday. Y'all got paid. They're like, man, I'm going to drop 20 today. I feel you. I mean, then again, you could drop 20, just go to Jersey Mike's, right? That's crazy. These prices, man. It's crazy. Like, you can't go out to eat like a lunch every lunch that you grab is like $16 to $18. And when the hell do food trucks become so expensive? Okay, I'm off topic. Big Ten and SEC going to be but food trucks used to be cheap, right? You remember back when food trucks used to be like the cheaper alternative? I'm like, how are you just expensive as the restaurants? Anyway, Big Ten and SEC going to be the super conferences, and college football will be like the AFC versus the NFC soon. SEC, Matt, you're right. They are literally, and the thing is with them is that they're going to be so smart because they're also going to get the networks behind them, and you got the networks behind them. Like, yeah, we play each other. We always got things going on with each other. I mean, what do we really need from these other things? And these other things, and of course, having the playing games, if those things are going to help, it's also going to help them from a revenue standpoint too. You're going to make more money with Ohio State coming to Texas than you are Arizona State. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just a revenue standpoint too that we're all going to make some money. In the same way, when Texas travels, everybody knows Texas travels, and everybody makes some money off of that, right? So, man, 100%, man, it's crazy. And yes, man, like, seriously, bars, like, damn right, just go to Five Guys, you'll drop 40 on 2 burgers and fries, no drink. It's crazy. Man, the prices out here are wild for everything that you want to have from like a takeout perspective. It's man, and by the way, just real quick, y'all, I got kids, right? And we got practices all the time, so we're rolling home late. Don't try to feed your kids Chick-fil-A and yourself. That's 40 right there. 2 kids, yourself, that's a 40 spot there. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. Let's go to buy or sell number 2. 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 By the way, Z Holly, I got you coming. I got you, Z. And I'll answer your question here too. Thoughts on the rumored spring position switch? Moore to linebacker, McDonald to star, Gilbo to cornerback, and Niblett to star. I don't know those rumors. I don't know those rumors. However, what is what I'm gonna do? I want to do this. Let me take a picture of that. I'm gonna ask somebody. I'm gonna see if I can get you that question. I'm gonna see if I can get you that question in real time. Hold on one second. Let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do. Hold on. I'm gonna ask somebody something. Let me see. Let me see. Is this accurate? Let me see. Hold on. I know. It's bad. All right. Z Holly. Give me a few minutes. Let me see if I can get you an answer. Don't go anywhere. Let me see if I can get you an answer, Z Holly. All right. I'm gonna star this. I'm gonna come back to it. Let me see if I can get you something. All right. I'll work on that for you. All right. So let's do that. Let me get to buy sell number 2, Z, and then we see what's going on. with the other stuff. And I know we get I get the rewards too. But you know how much money you gotta spend to get a reward? you got you gotta go deep in. Look, I'm a reward for everything. Chick-fil-A, Jersey Mike's, McDonald's, don't judge me. Um, I all those little things. Hold on, but by the way, Z Holly, don't go anywhere. I was just told, Z, hold on one second. Wait. All of them? So, Z, somebody just told me a source that I feel pretty good about just said when I asked if it was accurate, I was told yes it is, and I just asked all of them, and I wait for a response back. So there you go, real time answer. This is what the Q and A is for. That Z, that's some service, ain't it? Y'all can't be watching no other shows. I don't know what the hell else could y'all be watching? Oh no, not now. Number two, and I may be getting an answer back to the other one. Number two, Quinn Ewers will light it up at the combine. I said next week. That's actually this week. I think I had that question in from last week. So let's just change. I could change that in real time. This week. Hold on, save it. Okay, the only thing we're unsure of is Niblet. That's the only thing we're unsure of. Z. Everything else seems to be pretty accurate. That's so just so we're clear. Only unsure of Niblet. I'm told everything else seems to be actually correct. All right, there you go, Z. Um, Quinn Ewers will light it up at the combine this week. Well, I'm gonna buy on that because I think Quinn is going to do a fantastic job of throwing. But by the way, I want to show you something. This happened this morning, and CJ Vogel had this video. I'm going to share with y'all. This was really fascinating. This what he had. Where is CJ? Is this CJ? Pretty sure. Yeah, CJ should be here. All right, CJ should be here. Let me see if I can enlarge that. Make sure that's there. And then this is CJ Vogel's video that I am basically playing here.
Quinn, when did the oblique officially occur, and how many games would you say you were fully healthy for this past season?
Yeah, so the oblique, it started popping up on me the Monday after we played in Michigan, and just kind of thought it was a little tweak. And then throughout practice, it kind of got worse and worse and worse. And then obviously it kind of just popped against UTSA. And I'll probably say I played 2 games, maybe 3 games healthy, counting the first 2, and then maybe one in between the ankle and the oblique.
Was it a full tear? Was it partial tear?
They labeled it as a sprain, but it didn't feel like just a sprain.
So I found that to be fascinating. CJ Vogel out there does a really good job on social media. I wish I was that interested in social media, but I'm just not as well. I'm not. That's a young person game. That's a young man's game right there. Young lady's game. That ain't necessarily what I'm doing, but I'm gonna buy that he's gonna do well in the combine as far as the on the field things. It'll be interesting to me. The biggest thing I think will be will he actually what the medicals look like when they go and check on him. Like that's the biggest thing I want to know is like is he 100% healthy. And I think it's still the challenge that he's going to face. I think from a team perspective, his team's got to know if I draft this guy, what does he look like and how healthy is he going to be. And so if you go first round with a guy who has an injury history and he gets injured, are you kind of are you kind of setting yourself up to a certain degree? That's interesting. I guess he said this morning that he's met with the Titans, the Saints, the Raiders, the Jaguars, the Steelers, the Jets. I think someone may have even said Dallas. I think I may have seen that on there as well. Here's the thing, though. I'm going to tell you this, maybe not as much quarterback, but I'm going to tell you this for just about every other position. When you start seeing things out there, and I see everybody get spotted, every person at the combine does this every year. They do this every year, and I don't understand it. I'm telling you as a person who covered the NFL for years, I don't understand why people get so geeked up about this, why reporters who are supposed to understand this profession still get bamboozled. Don't get suckered by they sat down and spoke to this team kind of game. Oh, Jahdae Barron sat down and he spoke to this team, or Gunnar Helms said he spoke to this team. The thing is, often in the NFL, guys get drafted by teams that they never sit down and speak to at the combine, and that they never even get brought into for a visit. You know why? Because teams don't like to tip their hand. They don't like other teams to know that these are the guys that I'm really, really interested in. And so often so you can say like, oh, the guy visited the Jets. I don't mean nothing. The guy visited the Packers. I don't mean nothing. Because the Raiders are like, we love him, but if we bring him in for a visit or we sit down with him, everyone else is going to know we're interested. Now, some teams just don't give a damn. And some teams do that just to throw other teams off. And they'll sit down with someone and say, oh, they'll sit down with them. And then that person says, oh, I sat down with the Giants. The Giants ain't really interested in them, but they want to think and let everybody else think that they're interested. There's a lot of cat and mouse games going on. So if I was y'all, don't get caught up in that whole like, well, who is he talking to? Who's he not talking to? Blah 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 blah. Don't do all that. All right. Good morning, Rocks Drums. Make sure you go back and check out the first part of the show too. Yeah, but it's good to see you. So I think Quinn's going to do great as far as throwing the ball is concerned. He'll throw at his pro day, and I think he'll look fine as far as that is concerned as well. It'll just be interesting to see what team really values him. I always call it the last thing I'll say on this one. It's always, to me, it's like the Tim Tebow effect. You only need one team to fall in love with you. Tim Tebow didn't need 31 teams to fall in love with him. He just needed one, and that was the Denver Broncos, and they selected him in the first round. That's the thing with Quinn. Everybody ain't got to love you. Everybody, hell, that's life, ain't it? You don't need everybody to think you're a special person. You just need one person. You don't need the world to have a consensus. You just need one person to think that you're special, and that's the person you're in a relationship with, right? So I think Quinn Ewers is, as long as he finds one team that falls in love with him, I think he'll absolutely be fine, and I think he'll absolutely kill it there this week. It's funny, Rodolfo on point. The biggest hater of them all. The leader of the haters ball. Knew I was going to somehow say something about Jahdae Barron. That was really interesting. Rodolfo, by the way, he does lead the haters ball. hate. He a good dude, though. Jahdae Barron to the Cowboys needs to happen. That would be kind of awesome. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm really indifferent when it comes to watching the NFL. I just, watch it for like some prize pick stuff or whatever. But I like Jahdae enough where if he got drafted by the Cowboys, I typically watch him just because, oh, you guys are fans. I don't really have that much of a favorite NFL team. I've seen different projections with that, but I'll buy. Sure, why not? Guys, it would be great. Local guy goes to Texas, goes to the Cowboys, and can have that kind of spotlight on him. I'll buy that'd be great. It's a good spotlight for him to have, because it's like you go to like Jacksonville, but you're in Jacksonville, it's like I'm in the league, but does anyone care? If you've ever been to Jacksonville, you know what I'm saying. It's high. All right, so I'm gonna go buy on that one. I think that'll be great. Number 4. Got another one. Texas will land John Turntine and Felix Oja, which, by the way, throws you off if you have Spanish, because you'd be like ojo as opposed to Oja. Just saying, I'll learn little something, learn a little Spanish. Un poquito. I'm gonna settle on that though. I think landing one is gonna be great. I think landing two is gonna be a little bit harder. I think landing two is harder now just in this because the way NIL is. You gotta almost kind of pick and choose who you're going to you always gotta pick and choose like, okay, who I'm going to spend the most money on. And it's hard to say like I'm going to give this guy a mil and this guy a mil, especially at the offensive line position. Like you almost got to say like I'm giving one person this, and the other person just got to go where get in where they fit in. And the bidding wars are too high, especially for those the key guys. So I think it's hard. I think from a bidding war perspective, you could win one, but then are you going to do like 1.5 for both guys and spend 3 mil on your offensive line? Like, that's kind of tough, right? So I think at the end of the day, you get one. I think it's fantastic. Two is going to be a little bit difficult. And yes, Stephanie, thank you for asking. Yes, we do have a survey. Hold on one second, Steph. Hold on one second, my neighbor. Hold on one second. We are doing a survey. If you do have time, by the way, today on some free time while you're sitting out there, here is the survey. Here you go. Here we go. Put this in the chat here. I know. Rodolfo was like, it's too long. Which is what no woman has ever told him. I'm just messing with you, Rodolfo. I'm just messing with you, Rodolfo. You my guy. I'm just messing with you, Rodolfo. I got nothing but love for you. I only mess with you because I love you. That's what every brother would tell you that. Like when brothers are messing with you, it's because we love you. It's when we don't mess with you. That's when that's when we're like, well, we don't have with you. You my dude. So anyway, and yes, Bunny B, I will 100% say that yes, the next time the survey needs to be a little bit shorter. 100%. I got it. Okay, we'll definitely do that. So it's a sell. It's Friday, y'all. It's Fiesta Friday. We're freaking having fun. I don't give a damn. We all serious throughout the week. Today's a fun day. Today's is we just let loose and enjoy ourselves. And by the way, I have seen Bond. Y'all have seen this? That Bond, he said something like he's going to run maybe like a Ford 4.19, and I was just like, okay, good luck. I haven't seen anything from him that makes me think that he had that Xavier Worthy kind of speed, but clearly he's run it in practice, where he feels like, okay, it is what it is. So we'll see what happens. We'll go into number 5 though. And by the way, again, if you guys do have questions that you do have, let me know. Like Rock Drums threw one out here. Are you expecting a fall off from running back recruiting? No, you know what, Rocks, because they it's kind of like this. It's kind of like the kids. I think what the adults forget is that you're dealing with 17-year-olds, man. And I think when you think about when the 17-year-olds and 18-year-olds, I mean, there's going to be these ebbs and flows that happens with them, right? And so I don't get mad at teenagers for being teenagers. You know why? Because they're teenagers. Same way I don't get mad at a baby for crying. Baby's going to cry. It just is what it is. Like I've sat on a plane next to somebody, and they'll say something about about their baby, and I'm sorry that my baby cried. I'm like, I don't even know this. Like, I don't apologize for your baby being a baby. That's what a baby's gonna do, right? And so when it comes to these kids, when they start talking about the running back situation, like everybody was like, oh no, they're not gonna come, and then things kind of calm down, and all these kids are gonna make their visits. So I don't think there's going to be a huge thing. Like, there'll be a confirmation bias. Chad Scott will start talking to them. They'll start liking it. They'll start vibing to it. And then you still got NIL that plays a part. Like we can act like we can act like this thing is all about just football, but it's football plus some money. And money make you do a whole lot of things. I can think of worse things to do than to come to Texas and make a whole lot of money and enjoy my life, like for the next 4 years. Like, so I don't really think there's going to be a fall off in running back recruiting at all. I think there will be people who get caught up in the moment. But I don't know if you also saw Rock Drums that they also hired like a bunch of guys on staff and ladies. Like, they've got so much. By the way, did anyone say like I'm sounding low? I'm sounding low. I don't know what the hell. Let me see. My microphone's on? But you know what? I ain't gonna lie. My microphone wire is kind of janky. Let's do this. If y'all saying it's low, hold on one second. Right, I'll just take the microphone out and I'll just go through the laptop for right now. I got another microphone in here. It probably was time. I ain't gonna lie. This microphone wire was kind of janky. Yeah. That's probably why you ain't hearing me. I know. My bad. That's okay. Some people couldn't hear me. It's all good. By the way, Money B said, want to ask, do we rate LSU for defensive tackles since Bo Davis left? I mean, you go see, you got to see. You definitely got to see. All right, everybody's saying it's better. Okay, y'all, that's cool. Well, I guess I don't need to throw the microphone away, right? I just need to throw this wire away. All right, so I'll just figure out this wire. Y'all know I'm easily distracted. Y'all done the wrong thing. Start having me talk about other stuff. It'll take me 10 minutes to get back on track. Don't put that in the chat. Someone will put that in the chat. Like some hater will put something in there. He gets easily distracted. Haters. Yeah, man. If they are willing to come, and those guys are, yeah, absolutely. You kick the tires to make sure of it. That's why I said something. I said something on social media yesterday. That's why I don't like to hear any of these coaches talk about loyalty and a transfer portal and anything to that effect. Because all these coaches, the moment they get the opportunity to go somewhere and do something better, they bounce. And somebody says something like, "Oh, well, it's about tampering." Like, well, if you got a job at LSU and the Saints call you and you're under contract, isn't that tampering? Oh, wait. So it's tampering, right? When another school contacts one of your kids to see if they want to enter the transfer portal, but it's not tampering when another program contacts one of your coaches to see that you get them to leave, the AKA coaching transfer portal. We just don't call it the coaching transfer portal, right? We just call it, they took another job, right? But when the young folk do it, all of a sudden it's a problem. It's just hypocrisy. These guys they're just hypocritical with the things that they say. But to answer your question, Money, hell yeah. If they want to, if they're willing, if they're upset, if they don't want to be there, absolutely. When the spring portal opens, hell yeah, you let them know you open for business. 100%. These coaches so scandalous too. It's like they wait until these kids are on campus, transfer portals closed, and then they're like, all right, I guess it's time for me to go. They're so grimy. All right. Anyway. Yeah, right, Benji. It's like when you make a commitment, you stick with it, unless you're a coach, and then you don't have to stick with it. It just applies to like everybody else. Yeah, and I'm looking to see what everybody. Sandman, why Sandman got to hit the portal? All right, here's another one, man. We do a lighthearted one. This is a lighthearted buy or sell. Okay, number 5. Drake's new album makes you forget about the rap loss to Kendrick Lamar. Have you heard? I heard it. Give me a hug. 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 Give me some love. Give me a hug. Drake and Party Next Door have a new album. Now listen. Is just so we're clear. Unc is older. So, but my kids like listening to it. And I like the vibe, so I'm cool with it, right? So I listen to it. Nothing will ever make me forget the L. Nothing will ever make me even forget the L. Money. Drake did drop a new album. Him and Party Next Door dropped a new album. They did. Let me tell you, Kendrick beat Drake so bad that Drake went back to singing. He's back to singing, y'all. He's back to singing his melodies, and that's what he is doing. Give Me a Hug is kind of a cool little banger. I'm not gonna lie. It is good. It's a cool little banger, but nothing will make me forget the loss. Is the biggest loss in rap battle history. But he'll rebound. He'll still sell albums, and Kendrick will still be known. Everybody will say A- for the rest of their life. So no. It will not make me forget it. And now, Money B, you can see everybody giving you the reviews on everything, and you can kind of go from there. Mark Anthony's got a question before I get into that one. And he wanted to know any word if Mac Brown will have a role on campus. Heard he moved to Austin. I mean, he's going to have a role. I don't know what his role will be outside of I don't know if he'll have an official role, but he's bored, he's retired, and, he's a Texas legend. So he can show up to practice whenever he wants to. Dwayne Keenan was on the staff, right? So Mac will be around. And, Sark's not going to tell Mac, he can't have a role. And Mac wants a role. Mac likes attention as well. So, no, he'll have some sort of role. I just don't know how official it will be. And Mark Anthony said, how old are you? 45 here? 51. 51, Mark. I am 51. I turned 52 this year. 52 in December, man. So these numbers keep getting bigger. But went to the doctor, got my annual. Went to Total Men's Health, got my annual over there. Just got my results back. Man, I'm clean as a whistle, man. My blood pressure is 122 over 80. I talk about my liver is fine. They went to everything. They even did stuff. She told me this is what literally told me. She said this is one of the healthiest lab results that she has seen from somebody in the longest time, crazy. So I'm doing good. They even did something with my, they checked out the heart thing, and that I got a 4% chance of having any cardiac issues within the next 10 years. So yeah, man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. The next thing I'm gonna do is one of those things where you can do the screen, the calcium and stuff like that. I'm gonna do one of those tests just to make sure and check it. But I'm telling y'all, everybody, go out there and get your annuals, man. We're getting a little bit older. Get your physicals and all that kind of stuff. But go out there and make sure you get a little bit of exercise in there. So we can all live long and healthy lives. I mean, I ain't your doctor or anything to that effect, but just know when you look at older people, this is the last thing I'm going to say. When you look at older people, look at people who made it to their 70s and 80s, right? If you just kind of look at their body type, the majority of them are slender. If you just look at people in their 70s and 80s, the majority of people make it that long are usually slender people. So we just got to stay in shape. Because we got too much in us, then the body starts to give out. I'll let your doctor talk to you all about all that. All right, let me do number 6. Buy or sell. Buy or sell. You are devastated by Hooters filing for bankruptcy. That is a sell. That it's crazy. So back in the day, like Hooters, it was like, okay, well, you want to go there for the ambiance, to stare, and some really greasy wings. But we all kind of got a little bit older, realized that I don't really need all that grease in my body. This is wrecking my stomach, and I gotta tell y'all a story. I got a funny Hooters story. So I went to Hooters when I was covering the Senior Bowl. So that's in Mobile, Alabama, right? And I want to say it was 2000. It's got to be like around 2010-ish or so, right? Something to that effect. Anyway, I'm walking into like this. It's Mobile, Alabama. They ain't a whole lot there, right? And I'm covering the Lions at the time, so I'm like, well, there's a Hooters that's right by my Residence Inn or Fairfield Inn. Like they don't really have a bunch of great hotels there, right? At the time. So I go in there and I get seated. So then, I'm thinking stereotypical Hooters. I'm gonna go and just gawk and gaze, right? And my waitress was like 9 months pregnant, and they were smoking inside the Hooters. And I'm sitting there like, what world? I'm like, first of all, you pregnant. I don't even think you shouldn't you be sitting at home at this moment? And like, should you be working in a place where they're smoking? I don't think that's good for the baby. Like, I just was so confused. And so I've only gone to Hooters recently, like sometime last year, because my girl likes Hooters. She used to work there when she was younger. And so apparently she likes going there because she likes the food there. And I guess you work there, you always eat the food. So I went there with her, but I'll be honest with you, I don't love it. And I've never been to this Ojos Lojos thing, but nah. And yes, Mike Torres, the food's not that good. It's so overrated. All right. Anyway, not devastated at all. I'll be all right. And hold on. By the way, hold on. Somebody asked some question. Oh yeah. And the thing is, the thing about Hooters too, and be quiet, and let's just be honest with you, they've also, there was a time there, Hooters was able to expand in a time where you can have hiring practices that was just like, oh, all the women need to look a certain way. We've gone away from that, lawsuits, all those kind of things, right? So they just hire normal waitresses, and so now it's just what you sold yourself on is like totally different. And then what's the other? But there's another place. Last thing, what's the other like wing place that is it's supposed to be like a Hooters, but not the Spanish one, but it's another one. But basically, those women in there don't wear any clothes. They were like almost. I went to one of the reasons I know about this because I was in Lubbock, and I forget the name of this place. Right, it was like the only place that was open, and so I was like, all right, I'll just go to this spot, and I felt uncomfortable. I am not gonna lie. I was like, these young little girls out here in G-strings trying to serve some wings. Yeah, it was like the Twin. I'm pretty sure it was the Twin Peaks. It was ridiculous. I said, all right, now listen here. Y'all gone too far. Twin is going too far. They that's it. Look, all the fellas know. Look at all y'all dirty, perverted folk. I was in there, and all right, now I'm totally off topic, right? But I was in there, and I'm just like, I want to eat, and I'm just not into the like. I feel like those guys who are at the bar who are looking at those young girls are just kind of pathetic, right? They're these young girls, they're like 20 years old, 21 years old, and you in the late 40s, you're like, hey, come here, girl. I'm like, man, y'all, ugh. I ate and got out of there. I'm like, I ain't doing this. Like, there's some sort of R. Kelly-ish, these girls are too young for y'all kind of thing going on. I don't know what's going on, but I need to get the hell out of there. All right, number 7, back on track. Easily sidetracked. 7. And I'm like, I prefer the person who's serving my food to have just a little amount of clothing on. I don't know. It's just my taste have changed. Like the person I want to see, half naked is the woman that's in my bedroom. I don't need to go out and eat and get all that. I just want good food at that point. Anyway, the Red River Rivalry we move back to 11 a.m. Buy or sell. This is a tough one because the later that 2:30 spot is a good primetime spot for the SEC, but then it is the 11 a.m. is probably better for fans to kind of get in and out, but I'm going to sell. And I think it's going to stay at 2:30. And I think they'll try to find a way to manage some sort of traffic flow going in and out of the stadium. Maybe they'll just figure out like entrances or something to that effect. Look, I love 11 o'clock kicks. Just from a work perspective, I can get done early. 2:30 is kind of tough for me, just from a work perspective, because I work all night and then into the morning because I work on my column. So that's just selfish. But I also understand that, hey, you go out there. One of my bucket lists. Can I tell you one of my bucket list goals? One of my bucket list goals is actually just to go to a UT game as a fan. I've never been able to do that. It's never just been able to just sit there and just enjoy the game like you guys do. It's literally like one day I just want to go and just sit there and just see just enjoy that. I don't know. I never had the chance to do that. And it's kind of hard when you're working. So I guess it'd be like you going to, your job as a fan, I guess. Well, why would you do that? So anyway, I was seeing Stephanie like, oh, you know what? I just want to watch somebody else sell homes. Like, probably not. So I think it's going to stay at 2:30. And I think they'll figure out some sort of traffic flow there and kind of go from there. So it's gonna be a sell for me. Would love for it to be 8, but it's not going to be. Number 8. Speaking of, I said 8. 11 would be 11. Number 8. Trevor Gooseby will enter the NFL draft after this season. And this is thinking way far ahead. This is a lot of projection. This is me seeing what he did last season and imagining him doing that all year long and then being ready to go. I think I'm going to sell on that one. He'll be good. Unless you are lottery, someone projects you to be in the lottery. I always feel like you got to give yourself a margin of error when it comes to the draft, right? So if someone thinks you're a first rounder, you've got first rounders slip to the second round all the time. You've got to give yourself a margin of error. Because people will always tell you this is the best case scenario. They don't tell you the worst case scenario, which is you slip in the draft. That happens. It's like you'll see guys who are going to be, let's say, in like the green room for the draft in April, and then they have to come back on day 2, right? That happens all the time. And so sometimes people say, I think he's going to be a day 2 pick. Well, if someone says you're a second or third round pick, then you've got to do the math and say I might be 4th or 5th. So will he be good enough to be a top 5, top 15-ish kind of guy, top 20 where it's a no-brainer? I don't have anything at this moment that tells me that that's going to guaranteed happen. Will he eventually be a first-round pick? Yes, that I believe. Will he be a first-round pick after this season? I don't know that one. So I'm going to sell on that right at this moment. But it is a tough one for me, though. No, the second one, second to last one. 9-3 is just as likely as 11-1 for Texas this season. I mean, a buy on it. It's a lot of new parts on this team. There's a lot of new parts. Got a new quarterback, new offensive line, new receivers, new tight ends. Some question marks still at the running back position. You got Wisner, but then what happens after that? Defensive tackles. Something, you got cornerbacks that are moving on. You don't feel too bad about the cornerbacks. Don't know what you're doing with the kicking game. Punter, you got a new punter. At least should be a little bit better at the punter position. But it's a lot. It's a lot. And then you've got, 3 new coaches that are coming in here as well. So there's a lot of new things. And then you start looking at the schedule. Ohio State's still going to be good. That's on the road. Oklahoma is always going to be tough. Florida's going to be tough. You got the rivalry games that are happening A&M. So, yeah, I mean, as just as likely as we sit here right now today, sure, I would say 9-3 is just as likely as 11-1. I could see either one and not blink. If the team finished 9-3, I wouldn't say to myself, wow, that was an absolute failure. I would just say to myself, oh, snap, 9-3 happened. So there's that. So, yeah, it's a buy with me obviously hoping for 11-1. Like, please give us 11-1. 9-3. Hell, I mean, this team was kicking ass last year, and people, some folk had just disappeared. Some folks disappeared. My loyal folks that watch me in the season and out of season, they act like ain't trying to put together a show. Get on my. Where the hell's Catherine at? Where the hell is she? Huh? She was here all the time during the season. Where Catherine at now? You know what I'm saying? So we need 11-1. With 9-3, I won't be doing like hand puppets as a show. That'll be my show. It'll be hand puppets. Ain't nobody gonna be watching. All right, number 10. The start of the Austin FC season has you pumped. Yes. I won't bore everybody with my soccer takes. So I'll keep this to a minute. Yeah, they got a win in the season opener, 1-0. That was actually awesome. A lot of new faces. And I'm just telling y'all guys, if you get a chance to, I know you may tell yourself, like, I'm not a soccer dude. I'm not a soccer, woman. Like, I'm not really into soccer. I'm still telling you, just go out to the Q2 stadium one time. You're going to have a blast. I'll be honest with you. Look, I'm telling you, you will have a blast. This is as a person who's really new to the sport, who's learning a lot. My son's a goalkeeper. So, but I'm telling you, just going out there, it's so much fun. It's a good environment. The tickets are not that expensive. You should definitely try to check that out when you can. It's a really good time. And Austin FC, if you are out there listening, I have promoted this team for free for a while. I'm just saying, if y'all want to go ahead and drop some tickets on me at some point, feel free to reach out. NFL Anwar at yahoo.com. Hit your boy up because I sure will take some free tickets. I'm just saying. And then, my man Mike Torres says, best atmosphere in the ATX if you have not hung out and partied with Matt. Mike has seen my son going wild at the games, so it's 100% a good time. I want you to make sure you do that. All right, on that note, man, it's Friday, y'all. Go out there, have a good time, enjoy yourself. It is, I was in such a good mood that we went for almost an hour. So that's how much of a good mood I am. I want you to go out, be safe, please Uber around town. Don't do anything crazy. Watch me, Uncle get busted. Yeah, but I'm always telling about to Uber. It'd be like, Dad, the Unc got arrested. No. But try to Uber, be safe, do something nice for yourself, special for yourself, love yourself, and enjoy yourself. Remember, I always say, live each day like it was your last. One day, it will be. And Rex Charles, you are the only one hearing me cut in and out because I'm out. Y'all take care. Peace. Oh, don't forget the shot. Oh, snap. All right. Hold on. Hold on. All right. My popular demand. Hold on 1 second. This is like the worst. I forgot I promised it, though. And I was about to roll out, but I forgot I promised it. Now, this is how you know a couple of things. This is how you absolutely know that I date a Latina. That's how you know I'm with a Latina. Because there ain't nobody else got that rolling around the house. Mike can tell you that's some authentic stuff. All right, before we go, here it is for you guys. I'm not going to go super crazy. All right. So listen, for y'all, for the listening audience who's always here, dedicated, in the chat, watching, commenting, leaving the positive stuff, all those kinds of things, man, I do appreciate y'all. And so this toast really is for you. This toast is really for you and y'all support and, you know, listening to me. And it's a little country boy from Lakeland, Florida, you know, who y'all have embraced and enjoyed. Like, I just want to thank you. So for all of y'all out there going through things and like trying to get through life, man, this is really for y'all, man. I'm grateful for you, but I just want everybody to just have a good life, enjoy your life, and live it to the fullest. You know, one of the things that I have here, one of the things I always say this is right quick. This here was my brother, and I have like this memoir of him, but you know, he basically died right before I had moved here. Got a bunch of pictures here, and he was obviously young, right? And so that was my dude. And so I just when I say live each day like it's your last, like when I think about him, it makes me say, like, you know, you just never know when things are going to happen. So this toast is to you. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy this weekend. I love all y'all. Salute. And on that note, my girl can do it way easier like that. She drinks, I think, like water. On that note, y'all enjoy